have fallen for that myself. And maybe if I haven't, maybe I wouldn't have experienced the type of abuse that I did. And perhaps I was meant to experience it because now I'm sitting here doing this work, talking to you, educating and raising awareness. Perhaps there was a reason for the journey I've been on. If healing wasn't needed, there might not be a healing train for us to hop on to have these painful conversations and address the wounds that need to be healed. Whether we are aware of our wounds or they are suppressed or ignored, we have them. They linger in the background. They show up in triggers. They appear in our reactions, in our day-to-day lives. And they will be that culprit you can't get rid of until you face it head on. Thank you for joining me on yet another season of the Healing Train podcast. I'm Rania, a survivor of narcissistic abuse, a self-made woman, a fighter, a light worker. I show up here in this space hoping to make a difference in just one person's life. If that's you, I'm happy you found me. And if you know someone who will benefit from these talks, share it, comment, share your thoughts, experiences, share your wins, share your struggles. Join me on the special episodes I announce on this show where your voice can be heard. Yes, you. Your story matters too. The lessons you learned can help another soul. So come aboard the Healing Train every Wednesday, where we will laugh, cry, and heal together. On today's episode of the Healing Train podcast, you are stuck with just me. Today, I'm going to be discussing with you my favorite subject of all time. And not that it is my really most favorite subject, but for some reason, it ended up being that. So guess what? For those of you who've been following me on my YouTube journey, you would know that I love talking about narcissism. It is not a pretty subject. We don't like to discuss the subject at all. And I can't even believe I'm saying that with a smile on my face. But that should tell you the healing that I had to go through, that I can now sit here, talk to you about a subject that hit home for me. Yet I'm able to use what happened to me to help you become aware, educate you, and help you on your healing journey. So without going into too much introduction, let me get to the nitty-gritty. So sit back, get ready to listen to some heavy things. Have a pen and paper ready. You might want to take some notes. Now, I'm talking with you about narcissists who use many tactics. And oh boy, are they so colorful. Some are quite clever, I must add. Now, keep in mind, narcissists don't have to be the smartest in order to play these dirty little games and manipulate you and attempt to control you. The success of their toxic tactics will depend on a few factors. One is how educated you are about the subject matter. And two, how observant you are and how quickly you can catch on. Three, how strong and grounded you are. Four, how much you allow the narcissist the space to be in your life. And number five, how much energy you give away to the narcissist. A rule of thumb, the less you react to their nonsense, the more power you get to keep. And another rule of thumb, make sure you write this down, the less they know about your life, the less they can use it against you. Now, I understand that if you're in a marriage dynamic, there's so much that you can keep to yourself. However, having said that, I've been in that situation myself, and I learned to keep certain things to myself that protected me and allowed me to have the upper hand. More like not allowing the narcissist more ammunition to abuse me. And if you're in that situation, I think you understand what I'm talking about. And for those of you who never experienced the situation, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to be in it to know what it really means and what it feels like. All right, moving on. What I want to do is share with you, obviously, with the intention of education and raising awareness, some of the tactics that narcissists will use to manipulate you or to manipulate others to side with them to be against you. But before I get into those tactics, I have 9 of them here. One important tactic, just by itself. You must be aware of this. Narcissists will stop at nothing in order to portray you as the villain in their story. That's just a bonus one. All right, tactic number 1. They will twist the facts and tell their version of the story. They will do that. Number 2, they will exaggerate something that perhaps you did or didn't even do. Imaginary things. Yeah. Number 3, they will fabricate a whole story with a conversation where you said this and did that. Meanwhile, it never happened. Number 4, they will attack your character. Be sure of that. In your face and behind your back. Number 5, they will pick some of your weaknesses or flaws. Of course, we all have them. But they will take it and have a field day with it. And I think you understand what I mean, but they will have a field day with it, especially those who have experienced it. Oh boy, oh boy. Number 6, they will attempt to turn family and friends against you. And that's going to be hard to catch. But if you pay attention, you will see it. Number 7, they will claim they have the best of intentions with whatever it is that they're doing. They're warning you, they're cautioning you, they're looking out for you, they're protecting you. Meanwhile, it's means to control, mainly, and manipulate. Number 8, they will provoke, intimidate, bully, and push all the buttons to get you to react. And why do they do that? So they can prove the story that they have been spreading, that you are unstable. You are the crazy one. That's their go-to method. Honestly, when they know that either you're going to leave them or they are planning to leave you. What they're doing is that they're setting it up. They're setting up don't know what to say here. The field. It is a game to them. You know, they don't even realize it. You don't realize it when it's happening, but it's almost like a game. So they're setting up the field so that one day when you leave them or they leave you, their image stays intact and you will be left with no support and no one would ever believe you if you were to share any of the things that they've said or did to you because they've already been setting it up that you're the unstable one, you're the crazy one, and you're the villain and they're the victim. Number 9, which continues on with what I'm saying, they will pretend in front of everyone that they truly care and going out of their way to work things out, to make you happy, to do things for you. But you are the ungrateful one. And when you take a stand, they'll be like, see, I tried. I don't know what else I can do. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, alone with you, the other side shows up, terrorizing you, abusing you in all forms. And if nothing else, it would be a psychological war, messing with your head, causing you to live in fear, uncertainty, walking on eggshells, paranoid, unable to focus, distracting you from whatever it is that you need to get done, pretty much keeping you hostage, unable to breathe and live a peaceful life. This can apply to any kind of relationship, by the way. It's it's not only strictly the romantic ones. Of course, some of the dynamics will differ based on the relation with the person that we would say narcissist here, blood related or not. But the behaviors are going to be similar. Their motives, you might think, what are they after? What would they have to gain? Exactly. That's the whole point. If you're asking those questions and you are capable of reflecting, analyzing, you're able to make sense of things. You're being cognitively aware, perhaps emotionally attuned. And all those things that I just mentioned right now, the narcissist isn't capable of. And they definitely won't be doing them. No self-reflection, no awareness, no empathy, no sense in anything they do. It's usually a desperate cry out for love me, the insecure little child that wants to feel loved, and they need to feel that their existence is important. That's why we say they're always self-absorbed. They don't think about anyone else's needs or anyone else's pain. It's about them. Me attitude. What I want, what I need, and I want it now, and no one else can have it. A toddler. What happens when a toddler doesn't get his or her way? Temper tantrum, right? Screaming and making a scene, not stopping until either they get their way or they get tired from crying so much that they put themselves to sleep. Well, it's very similar with the narcissist case, even though they're technically an adult, but they're a child in an adult body that never grew up, never developed emotional intelligence. That's why their behavior will seem childish, petty, and immature. Then when you try to protect yourself from them, when you call them out on their BS, let's say you distance yourself from them to avoid conflict and nasty confrontation, that definitely will be draining your energy and impacting your mental and emotional health. Let's say you disappear from their lives and go no contact. If you dare not give in to their demands and fall in their trap of abuse, guess what they will do? I got 5 points here for you. Number 1, they will call you crazy and unstable, projecting what they're doing on you. Number 2, they will call you selfish and a user. Number 3, they will call you a narcissist and claim that you are the one being toxic, using the silent treatment on them. Meanwhile, you're just protecting yourself from them. Number 4, they will actually accuse you of abusing them, even though they're the ones screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs. And when you raise your voice, they'll tell you, shh, keep your voice down. Why are you yelling? Meanwhile, you're just trying to make them hear you because you feel so frustrated, because it's like you're having two different conversations. They're saying one thing, you're saying another. You feel so unheard. It's like, are we having the same conversation? You're not. You're actually not having the same conversation. You're having two different conversations because they're on one level and you're in a whole other level. So if you think by raising your voice, hoping that they will hear you, it's not going to work because they're not actually listening to you. But they're going to tell you to lower your voice and you're the one yelling. Meanwhile, they've been the one interrupting you, not letting you finish your sentence, talking over you, and they're the one yelling. Number 5, they will accuse you of stepping over their boundary. Okay, so you're the one stepping over their boundary now, when they're the ones in your face, possibly taunting you, cursing at you every name in the book, and you're probably either remaining silent to protect yourself for the sake of your safety, trying to maintain your composure, and maybe just hoping that this wrath, this temper tantrum will just be over soon because you're exhausted and most likely scared. So, yeah, there you go. Just a few tactics that some narcissists or people who exhibit narcissistic tendencies, if you want to say, if they're not a full-blown narcissist, that they will use. God knows what their intentions are and what they will gain. In their sick little mind, there are a few reasons and few motives behind what they do. And trust me when I tell you, most of them, most of the reasons that they have are delusional, stemming from their fear, their jealousy, their insecurity, and the need to feel like they matter. That's all there is to it. What's the solution to this? Here I am, I mean, here you are listening to this, wondering if there's a way to fix it. Yeah. Join the rest of us who have sat here wondering, what do I do? How do I fix this? The answer is that you can't. There is nothing in your hands to do to fix it because you can't change them. You can't change and you can't control the way they think, the way they feel, the way they behave. You can only control your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. What to do from here is all in your hands. And most of us who have reached to that point decided to walk away. Walked away for a few reasons. Well, there's many reasons, but I'll share with you just a few. Number one is that you need to look out after yourself and well-being because no one will do it for you. If you don't look after yourself, who will? The second reason, they don't see anything wrong in what they're doing. They don't, and they won't. They will always justify their actions. They will always be your victim. You will always be the villain, the crazy one. And the third reason that I can share with you, which I mentioned already, is that they will never change, even if they go to therapy. Don't be fooled by the temporary change that they might do or pretend that they're doing. It's actually another form of manipulation to fool you or the people around to impress or gain approval. And I can tell you this because I have fallen for that myself. And maybe if I haven't, maybe I wouldn't have experienced the type of abuse that I did. And perhaps I was meant to experience it because now I'm sitting here doing this work, talking to you, educating and raising awareness. Perhaps there was a reason for the journey I've been on, even though I, like everybody else, wondered, what if? What if I was stronger? What if I saw the signs? What if my friends and my family had seen certain toxic patterns that I was so blinded to? What if, what if, what if, what if? But there's no point in talking about what if. I'm in the here and now. What happened, happened. I fell into the trap of a narcissistic relationship. I've been abused in many ways that I discuss in my YouTube channel and videos. Welcome to see it. But you know, I am a stronger person now because of it. And I am equipped because I've allowed myself to study the subject immensely to this point where I can have these kind of conversations with you from the heart, from personal experience. So let me leave you with a quotation that I read online, and I totally forgot to write down where it came from, who's to be credited, but please know it is not my quotation. So the credit goes to the respective owner. And this is what it says. You don't need to explain to the narcissist why you no longer speak to them. They are not children. They are not confused. They know what they have done. And with this, I end today's episode on the healing train, and I will speak to you on another episode. Bye for now. Before you hop off the train, if something in today's ride stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who needs it. Hit follow and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Want to dive deeper or have a topic you'd love us to explore? I'm all ears. Drop your questions, thoughts, or suggestions. We're in this healing journey together, and your voice matters here. Just drop a message to guest@healingtrain.ca. I am listening. And until next time, keep on healing you and keep riding with me on the healing train.